Saints go marching in. Oh, when the Saints go marching in.
With its distinctive swimming pools in the upper deck, there's a look inside Everbank Stadium here in Duval County, Florida. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup. We are all set to go, as it'll be the New Orleans Saints taking on the Jacksonville Jaguars. First 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? Oh, good return up past the 30. And he'll return this one all the way onto the side of the field.
That kind of kickoff return is something we call a momentum play. So if you're the offensive coordinator and you have a script of plays that you plan to run, you may change it up now because you may decide to go for some bigger strikes and try and keep the momentum going.
Tag! Viking 18!
They'll start with the option. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down. I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react, even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL. They're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh, my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
And the Saints are going to be set up with a first and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
19 yards. That's another Saints first down.
Open man left side. Shaheed has it. Touchdown, Saints. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Saints march right down the field in 3 plays to claim the early advantage. Now the extra point.
For the extra point.
And it's good as the Saints have a 7-0 lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up 1st and 10 at their own 22. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jonas Sanker. Boy, Charles, a lot of action right out of the gate. The 2 teams barely off the buses. Have already had the touchdown and now the interception.
Yeah, whatever happened to the feeling out process? You know, kind of throw a few jabs out there, kind of circle the ring a little bit. Both of them throwing haymakers right out of the gate. And the second one was an interception that may cost them.
And that is going to be incomplete as he let him a bit too much. And this defense for the Jags, they were terrific a week ago in that victory over Tampa Bay, Charles.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and try to attack them this week because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, What do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. That's complete to Palmer. And out of bounds right around the 20. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, they're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end. How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up fourth down.
It would be a very makeable field goal try from here, but instead they're going to go for it. They'll try and sneak it here. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. A wall of bodies there. Nowhere to burrow through the line on the quarterback sneak. And that will force a turnover on downs. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Just the one misstep for them in the first half of the season. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Down to the 10. Touchdown, Jaguars. Brian Thomas, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Jaguars are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Fighting his way through contact. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Looking to put a drive together. And Shaheed going to go in motion. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Jags grab it. And that will set him up in excellent shape. First and goal at the 9-yard line. The pocket collapsed around him. I know we talk about it a lot, but a QB has to have that sixth sense, doesn't he?
He really does. And I know of one team at one point was training their quarterback with that time frame, and anytime he didn't get rid of the ball within the right amount of time, they would blow a hole.
And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Bashal Tutin, his 11th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars have taken the lead. Extra point hung the upright a bit, but he gets it to go. And that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units in. They kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now, get some points on this drive.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. He'll drop to throw. Downfield, and he's got 11. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 22 yards there, a first down.
And another thing that makes the comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
Back to throw now on first down. He lets it go deep for Olave. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Right there in coverage. Credit Greg Newsome with getting a hand on it. You look at this Jaguar defense. And they're a unit that struggled some against the run, no doubt, coming in 25th out of 32 teams.
And this group talks all the time about wanting to be better, getting stronger against the run. And to me, it all starts up front. You've got to win the line of scrimmage in order to play against the run very well.
Now an option play on second down. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. 4 yards there on the keeper, but still going to bring up a third down. So he is able to turn that into positive yardage, but I think it's fair to say that those are not the shots you're wanting your quarterback to have to absorb.
And he has to know sometimes when to say when. You have to know when to give yourself up, and let's face it, not easy for these guys to do because they're competitors as well. But sometimes you do learn your lesson the hard way, as he did there.
13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well. And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
Here's a 2nd and 7. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
A gain of 19 yards. And the Saints first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
And here you're down in the red zone. You need to be smart, not force anything. So that's a wise decision to just get rid of the football.
2nd and 10. Looking to throw. This throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those. But 3rd down coming up.
That play call wasn't there for them against that coverage. So they're going to spin the dial now in their playbook and come up with one more shot at the marker to try and keep this series going.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Back to throw again. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
The 2nd in the NFL in interceptions, and you understand why. He plays a game of great intelligence, understands positioning, and has a great ability to break on the football when it's in the air.
So fun to watch his closing speed, and another example of it on that play. And his kick is right there. It's good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. He takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Lawrence will throw. And got his man complete. And all the way down to the 37. It's a big play for the Jaguars. 41 yards.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. They'll try to run this one right up the gut. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The Jaguars at 7-1 now on the year. And they've certainly found their groove of late. Winners of 5 in a row.
And this team is absolutely playing their best football right now. This is the best that we've seen them play in a long time, partner. Sky's the limit as far as they're concerned. Their confidence really soaring.
Got a man. It's complete to Jelani Woods. It'll go as a gain of 4. And now we've got a 3rd and 3. You look at this Saints defense. This unit 3rd best in the NFL in stopping the run.
Numbers don't tell you everything, but they do paint a pretty good picture. We're talking about 2 top 5 units going at each other. 1 in running the ball, 1 in stopping the run. I think this is going to be a whole lot of fun myself.
Looking to throw, Lawrence. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. We are in for a good one as we're through 1 on EA Sports. Two of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Here's Lawrence. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Able to get 9 out of that pitch and catch, but now 3rd and goal. A little tough on the secondary there, in zone defensively. Quarterback had time to survey and find a spot.
And if you want to change things up and put a little more pressure on him, you can go to man coverage. Everyone matches up and send more pressure. But you can also do it out of zone coverage if you're worried about what's going to happen on your back end. Send someone else, drop someone else out of the line. The old zone blitz could come into play to try and get that.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Jaguars are able to widen their advantage. Extra point right down the middle. And And that makes it a 21-10 game.
Jaguars 21, Saints 10. Logan Cook to kick off for the Jaguars.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
31-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They'll look to make some inroads here, trailing 21-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
They'll get this out to Kamara. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. The Saints on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. He'll look to throw. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Here's Bryce Behringer on now to punt. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. This is brought in at the 21. They'll score it at a 36-yard punt. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a Cardinal sin there, thrown back over the middle, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jonas Sanker. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. They'll start by running the option to the right. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Well, he's had success running the football in this one. Yeah, that's undeniable. But that time, the defense was on to it.
And, partner, I think the more you see a play like this, the more they're able to diagnose it quicker and easier for them to defend it. I think you have to dress it up a little bit and show maybe some different formations and looks.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a 1st down.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable 3rd down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the 1st down.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with a short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Again, he'll drop to throw. To the right side and intercepted. Picked off by Travis Hunter. And the Jaguars are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield.
The second down pass. Intercepted.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Touchdown, Jaguars! Facial Tootin, his second touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Jaguars are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to 18 now.
Saints 10.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. A big mistake last time they were on the field, tossing that interception inside the red zone and really taking away what had been a pretty successful drive up to that point.
Yeah, I don't think there's any question about it. As they head out on the field for this drive, that whole offensive unit is just thinking redemption. You know, they moved it really well, didn't pay it off. This time, they want to make sure that ball ends up in the end zone, and they're the ones possessing it.
And he'll fight for a couple as the tackle is made at about the 32.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on 3rd down. Back to throw here. He'll try to pick it up himself. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this hit across the 40. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, get some 9 yards and a first.
Evident there that he learned his lesson from the last drive. No way he was going to force a throw that time. When nothing broke open, kept it, and ended up running for a first down himself.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Kind of a fine line when you're setting up a screen. You don't want to throw it too early to have the defense react too quickly. And you definitely don't want to throw it too late. And that way it's not formed perfectly. Got to make sure you hit it just right.
Now a 2nd and 10. Taken in by Shaheed. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Here's 3rd and 6. They'll look to throw. Gets this complete to Shaheed. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And the Saints first down. 1st and 10.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Jair Elam makes a pick. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward. Good, strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. From the gun, it's Lawrence. Guys, man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. A great play there with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Jaguars are able to add on to their first half lead. The extra point splits the uprights. And a rout is on here in this first half. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Jair Elam makes a pick. Now he's loose at the 40. And he's given his guys a shot from late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Here's Lawrence to throw. And that's going to be incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, it was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
Breaks through the contact. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in the second half. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
The first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now Lawrence.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Well, that's the 3rd interception for Lawrence. Picked off by Alontae Taylor. And the Saints are going to take over at their own 41. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT.
They'll try to get the offense, and he fumbled it. It's on the ground. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble.
The fumble on 1st down. Now here's 2nd down.
And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
Now 2nd and 9.
Again, it's Camaro. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line. Nice job there on the tackle, keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
10 yards, good for the Saints, 1st down.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
So after the run by Camara, now another 1st and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
Open man, it's Palmer.
Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
Camara up the middle. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
Now he'll tuck this and run.
And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. The drive stays intact with a pickup of 13.
It certainly appears that he's been able to get a read on how they wanted to contain him in this game. He's seen some places where he can beat them in big spots, and right there, he slides in with ease for the 1st down.
And this is going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That very nearly the 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left.
That's completed right side to Palmer.
And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 15-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
In motion comes the tight end left. They'll look to throw now on first down.
Slant pass complete to Olave.
And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown.
Chris Olave.
A 14-yard touchdown.
And the Saints are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
Now the Saints offense will remain on the field and go for two.
The Saints will line up.
In motion, the tight end. They'll look to throw. And no, it falls incomplete. So the two-point conversion no good. I guess the last score wasn't enough for them. They want more. Here comes an onside kick. Saints recovered it. New Orleans football. Well, I guess they felt like they needed something to get them going. Maybe you wait for this type of a play, but they try the onside kick, and it works.
I'm starting to wonder if the analytics coach is starting to get involved in the football nowadays. When you see this type of play made.
That will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack.
We've seen him escape similar situations earlier in the game and get away for pretty good yardage, and that time they get him down.
Yeah, they've had enough evidence that he can get away and run for good yardage, haven't they? That time it felt like, okay, enough of this. Let's play it the right way and get him on the ground before he does any damage.
They'll set up a throw.
He'll find Shaheed out to the right.
They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at third down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. They'll set up to throw.
He's got his target. That's complete.
Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
First and goal, New Orleans.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Now he's going to... And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Taking it in from 7 yards away.
And the Saints are able to cut into that deficit.
Nothing like understanding where your escape hatches are as a quarterback. Here he's looking, but he knows he doesn't want to force anything. So when nothing avails itself, he slips past the rushers, takes it right up the middle, and takes it into the end zone.
The Saints will line up for the two-point conversion.
The quarterback will keep it himself. And he is going to get in there for the 2 points to make this a 12-point game. And they decide fairly early here they need the ball back, so here's an onside kick. And the Jaguars are going to cover this one up. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. I know they're down, but starting the third quarter there with the onside kick, what'd you think?
Well, I think that they're looking at it as we may not have as many possessions in this game as we want. There may be that sense and that feel that they've got to go ahead and make something happen. Steal a possession, try and steal some points, and get themselves right back in a position to try and win the game.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville.
Brian Thomas.
His second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Jags have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Saints 24.
after the touchdown. Cook now to kick this one away. Sheds off the tackle. And they'll have very good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
A quick throw complete into the flat out left. And he's going to be touched down right at the line of scrimmage.
He made the quick throw there outside the numbers, and you can feel the thought process. They just wanted to get in his hands and let him make a play. But how about the job they did defensively to keep him bottled up? Instead, they tackle him for a loss.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to load that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now the first carry here for the running back. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. Looking to throw. That's to his running back, complete. And some space here. And he's out of bounds, but not before a big pickup that time on what's going to wind up being the final play of the 3rd quarter. Back now in Jacksonville. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4.
So after the big play on 4th, here's 1st and 10.
In motion goes the tight end. Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 12-yard line.
They'll send the tight end in motion left. Here's 2nd and 8. Got a man and he hits him in stride. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans.
Chris Olave
with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Saints have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
Lining up for the extra point.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead will be cut down to 14.
45. Saints 31.
2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Jaguars are going to cover this one up. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the Saints 44-yard line.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. Past the 20. And just shedding him off there. Touchdown, Jaguars.
Baysha Turton, 44 yards. And the Jaguars add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Logan Brooks
after the touchdown. Cook now to kick this one away. Powering his way forward. That should give him a spark. He's across the 40 to the 43.
Even after that big-time return, it's not looking great for them today. But if nothing else, even if the miracle doesn't happen, they can turn to this play and say, hey, we can move forward. Maybe it's a building block for the rest of the season.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Palmer. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40.
That's good for the Saints.
On first down, he'll drop to throw.
And we'll get this one underneath to Kamara.
And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
It looks like they'll move things around here.
It's a gain of 10. And the Saints first down.
They go play action here on first down. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
They'll look to throw again. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
First and goal at the 7-yard line.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
And the Jags are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 5-yard line.
Now Lawrence down around his goal line.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. One play has him to the 37 here for first and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This offense has had a lot to like in this game. I don't know that last play, though, is going to make the highlight reel.
It's not going to make the highlight reel, but it will be the focus of the film session that the team has to sit through. I've sat through those before. Never any fun. You're always excited about your good plays, and they actually fast forward through those. All right, that was good. All right, great. They get to the bad ones and really illuminate them. Not cool.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
106 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football.
And he's taken down here by the Saints.
Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line. And in this situation with a lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
From the gun on third down, Lawrence. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. A big play there. 52 yards. And the Jaguars have opened up a 4-touchdown lead here in the fourth. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll increase their lead to 28. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Johnson jostles free. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Now we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their third straight defeat. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. So 8 yards on the completion there. And they'll be left with second and a couple.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
They'll let the QB keep it here off the option. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 5 yards that time, taking it himself, and he has enough for the first.
A 5-yard gain on the play. First down, Saints.
Coming left is Kamara. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. They run it again with Kamara. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time.
A 10th carry for Kamara. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Jags take over in terrific field position. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. A big one there for the Jags. 18 yards, first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Jags, they're setting themselves up as a major contender as they move to 8-1 now on the year. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for New Orleans, they'll lose an important one here as that drops them to 5-4 on the season.